Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Welcome. I am not Topher. Toph has the black lung pop. Toph is down and out. He's having a tough time. He just tried to do the intro and he couldn't hit that high C. So guess what? Welcome to the Hockey Think Tank podcast, brought to you by the Hockey Think Tank U. And all the stuff Toph usually says. We're happy to have you here today.
Good job, man. What's the show today? What do we got? What do we got on tap, Vex?
We got Vex's 5 different kinds of smoke. Five very simple things, guys, that you can be doing every single day to earn your confidence. I've been talking about this with my clients for, probably at least 18 to 20 years. Okay. Earning your confidence, unshakable confidence, is only something that you can earn, and it's earned through proper preparation. All right. Unshakable confidence. Not, I got a nice bump because, a puck went off my skating in and now I feel good for the next day or the next hour or whatever it is. No, real unshakable confidence is only something that you can earn every day. And in this podcast, we're going to go over 5 simple daily details that, if you focus on these every single day, I literally guarantee you're going into practice with more confidence. You know that you're not leaving anything on the table and you are going to get better. Boom, roasted. How do you feel about that, Tovsky?
I feel great about it. And it was cool getting to see you in action. As we're doing this podcast, I can envision you in front of a big group, kind of doing your Jeff Lavecchio enthusiastic thing. This was a really cool one. I was kind of I don't want to say a bystander, but this was kind of your show here for this one. And I'm really excited for that because you obviously have so much to offer, and you've given this talk to so many different people and have helped so many different people that you've been involved with, whether it was athletes. And I know you do this with even companies and stuff like that too. So I learned a lot from this episode, and I think everybody else is going to as well.
Yeah. And guys, Toph and I talk about it a lot, but it's, coaches out there, parents out there, young players listening, being good at anything, really good, top level, top in your city, top on your team, top in your organization. The higher that you want to go, the better that you want to be, the more comfortable that you have to be with the daily grind, the daily monotony, doing the little things over and 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 over, because that's how you truly get better, is consistently showing up every day with intention in every way. Show up every day in every way, give your all, and slowly over time, that's how you truly A, become confident, and B, become competent.
Ooh, simple but not easy, man. Exactly. That is a motto that I live by right now. Doing the simple, mundane things every day is the thing that ends up getting you to greatness. And it's hard. It's very, very hard to do that. And especially on the days where you don't feel like it, especially on the days where you don't have your 100, but we say it all the time, give 100 of whatever you have of that day. I was just, I'm working with some prep schools right now here in Boston. And that was one of the messages we had we did a little bit of a talk with a leadership group, a bunch of different captains from some of the different sports at the prep school. And it's, you may not have your 100 as a leader every day, but you got to give your 100 of whatever you have when you show up.
100%. Exactly. I don't believe in this 110 BS. There's only 100. You can't go past 100. That's not a thing. You can play, the most unbelievable game, have the most unbelievable day, but guess what? That is your new 100. So that's the level you're trying to achieve and attain every single day.
Absolutely, man. So here we go. We got Jeffrey Lavecchio's 7 different kinds of smoke, or 5 different ways to win the day and earn unshakable confidence. But before we do get over to that conversation, we do have some people to thank. First and foremost, want to thank our title sponsor, icehockeysystems.com, the best website for all of your coaching education needs. They got thousands of drills. They got whiteboard explanations from really high-level hockey people, the ability to go in and draw your drills up digitally, send it out to your team, build up a drill library. We have partnered with them to do a platform where you can get this for every single coach within your association. Guys, this is such a big value add. They've also come out with IHS Family, so it's not just for coaches, but also for hockey players and hockey parents. They also have IHS Plus, and this is a new feature that they have for coaches that want a little bit more. And they've been asked by a lot of people for a little bit more higher level type thinking, and they have certainly delivered. So go to icehockeysystems.com today and check that out. Jeffrey?
Want to give a massive thank you to Train Heroic. You guys know Train Heroic is the amazing platform that is the reason I've been able to train tens and tens and tens of thousands of people online since 2020. Whether you're an individual looking for in-season workouts, I have those. Whether you're a team looking for in-season workouts in a gym, at home, off-season training in a gym, at home, young, old, I have every option available, and Train Heroic has made that possible, and it's also why I'm able to work with so many teams in season. So if you're a team or an organization looking for quality training, videos of every single exercise, hand-eye coordination, warm-up, cool-down, strength, power, speed, everything is a video of me demonstrating and coaching, and that's the reason that my company is where it's at today. Massive props to Train Heroic for helping me with all this.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Also want to thank Helios Hockey, one of the best hockey products in the market. It is a sensor that you put in your shoulder pad that gives you real-time data and feedback on your play, but specifically what the kids call a hustle score, which is amazing, and your stride mechanics. Great developmental tool for your skating. And if you want to play hockey at the highest levels today, got to be able to skate. So Helios Hockey, best part about it, though, is it syncs up with your video. And whether it's Live Barn or some sort of video like an iPhone or an iPad or a camera, you can get your shifts or your reps in practice cut up for you and have it directly for you after your practice or game. Absolute game changers. So go to helioshockey.com and use the coupon code ThinkTank, and you will get a 20% discount on your Pro 24 month or your Pro 12 month plan. Also want to thank Crossbar, one of the best youth hockey streamlining of your operations site you will ever find. What does it have? It has the ability for an unbelievable scheduler for everything from big picture season type stuff to littler picture stuff like drop-ins and clinics and things like that. 5-star communication app, so you can communicate with your people a lot easier and a lot more efficiently within your club. This is like everybody that I know that has made the change over to Crossbar has been so incredibly happy that they did. Not only do they have all that stuff, but I'm talking like volunteer management, financial management, facilities management. Everything is all under one roof. Go to crossbar.org today and check that out. It's a phenomenal product. Also want to thank you guys, our listeners. We love you guys so much. As you can probably tell, I'm struggling right now. Absolutely struggling. The voice is gone. The hard to breathe. I've been black lunging it here in a hotel room in Boston for the past couple days, but we still want to do this for you guys. And every week, rain or shine, whether we have our 100 or we don't, we're giving our 100, baby. And so if you could, for us, we would appreciate any time that you could interact with our podcast and your podcast app, Apple, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. We're everywhere. So shooting us a comment, downloading us, following us, giving us a rating, anything like that helps to spread the message of what we're trying to do in the hockey world. So if you could do that for us, we would really appreciate it. And with that, you're going to love this episode here. So without further ado, here we go with Jeff Lavecchio's 5 things to win your day. Let's go, baby.
We are so excited to have on this episode of the podcast nobody. It's just Vex and me today. And so we actually had but I should say, guys, I am so excited for this episode. So this happens from time to time where we'll have a guest, and we actually had a pretty cool guest planned, but she had to cancel on us last minute. And so there's been a couple times where we've had to kind of just, hey, Vex, what should we talk about? What's on your mind? What are you up to? And Vex is going to give us today his little, I don't want maybe presentation, but your motivational speech that you give to people that you are motivating. And I'm pumped for this, man, because I've seen you in action before, but never in this way with the thing that you do, so I'm pumped. Good people. Let's go. What do you like? I'm so excited for this today, man.
Well, when you just started that, I was thinking of Conor McGregor, where he's like, I want to take the chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ, that's what he wants. Which is what I said when I won my rock, paper, scissors belt 2 weeks ago for $1,250. Not a big deal. Thank you very much. But yeah, I wouldn't call this a motivational speech. I talk about this with all of GMA clients, give more advising that me and my former pro, Michael Hunter Brinker, started. It's also something that I tell all of my guys, right? Like, when I talk about and you and I have talked about this at length, 2 years ago, I put it out on our podcast. Like, if anybody's having trouble with confidence, you can reach out to me. We can schedule a call. It's only $100, and I guarantee you I can help you with your confidence, earning it every single day. And, I always, when I start out talking to teams or I start out talking with players, and I ask them, like, can you take confidence from someone else? Can someone give you confidence? And they're like, no. And I'm like, if you had $1 billion, could you go out there and pay somebody to make you confident? No. The only way that you can become confident is by earning it. It is the only way. It's the reason that I love the gym, because the gym has like extremely easy to they're tangible results and metrics. I walked into the gym the first day. Actually, you and I, the first time I ever did a barbell bench press was at your house when I moved in with you my sophomore year of high school. You were a junior playing for the Chicago Steel, and you're 5'4", 145 pounds back then. I was probably lean and mean and skinny, but probably almost 6 feet at the time.
6'2", 140 pounds.
Yeah, probably, honestly. and I'd never bench pressed before, and you got down and you had 25s on each side, 95 pounds, and you just banged out 6 to 8 reps. And in my head, I'm like, Toph's way smaller than me. I've never done this before, but of course I can do that. I get under the bar. You help me lift it off, and the bar fell on my neck, and I almost died and choked right there. And I was like, oh my God, like I got to start lifting weights. But the moral of the story, 6 months later, I'm benching, 155 because I put in the work. What does that do for you? You earn your own confidence. That's why I am obsessed with the gym. For everyone in life, hockey players, normal people, any athlete, I do not care. You are the only person who can make those numbers go up. You have to earn it, right? So confidence can only be earned. Yeah. I always ask hockey players all the time, if you go into a game and you're not confident, are you going to play your best game? And everybody says no. The answer is no. You cannot play you could play a decent game, but you will never play to the best of your ability if you don't have confidence. You're probably going to make a bunch of mistakes. You're probably going to be in your own head. We've all been there. So how do you get back on the right track every single day to make sure that you're earning your confidence during the week of practice, so that when you go into that game on Friday or Saturday morning, you are ready to go, you believe in yourself, and you are confident? I break it down into 5 simple daily tasks. And if you do these every day, and at the end of the day, the number 6 task is actually reflection, and you go over them, you crushed them, and you did them to the best of your abilities, and you got better, you instantly are gaining confidence, because you're doing the things that need to be done to put your brain, body, recovery, strength, all of these things in the best position possible to go into your game confident. Okay. So number 1, and these guys.
Hold on. Before you get into this, I have a few things.
Hit me.
First of all, love that story. Laura, we got to clip that. Vex. Barbell on the neck.
Toph outlifted me.
Almost died. That's got to go on social media next week. I love it.
Toph, help me.
The other thing is, so I'm going to 100% agree with you, and also say something really quick. I think you can get confidence without it being earned, but it's very short term. Very, very short term confidence that really doesn't mean anything. And the analogy that I use is like, oh my gosh, I haven't scored in 10 games. And so I'm gripping the stick a little tight. And then I go to the net and the puck goes off my skate and into the net. I really didn't do much. but all of a sudden on the stat sheet, you got a goal and you got that monkey off your back and you're like, oh, okay. So now I'm a good hockey player again. I'm sure all of us that have played have had that, phenomenon happen, but that's very short-lived, very short-lived. If you're not putting in the work like Vex is going to talk about here right now, that's real confidence, not short-term BS confidence.
Right. But I would say that that's not confidence. That's happiness. You're happy that you got lucky.
Yeah. No, that's...
I look at confidence as if I play not my best, I don't take a hit in my confidence because I know that I've done everything to prepare and I feel good and I believe in myself. And part of the process to stay confident and always have swagger and always have confidence is knowing that, you, like for real, knowing that you're doing everything you can to maximize your abilities. Not everyone's going to play their best game every game. The goal is to play your A game consistently. But every now and then, you're going to make mistakes. Fastest game alive. But your confidence will not be hit. Yeah, you won't be happy that you did not play well, but you can bounce back immediately and have a good game tomorrow because you can go over this checklist, make sure you're doing it all, know that you're doing everything you can to get better, which makes it so you don't have a shake in your confidence because it's not something that you didn't earn. It's not something that's short-lived. So like, when I talk about confidence, I'm talking about like unshakable confidence.
Yeah,
and that can only be earned,
100%. Totally agree. The other thing I wanted to say too is hearing you talk right here, it really reminds me of one of the things that Craig Ballantyne said on our podcast that I've really taken. And that was confidence. Like the definition of confidence is making a promise to yourself and keeping it.
Dude. Yes.
That seems exactly like what you're talking about right now. You earn your confidence through, these are the 5, which you'll go through. These are the 5 things or the 5 ideas, whatever it is going to be. And then at the end of the day, going down, putting your head on the pillow, knowing you did those 5 things. And that is where real confidence comes from. It's saying you're going to do something and then following through.
And the big part of this is when we're specifically talking about hockey players who have a goal, make a better team, score 20 goals this year when last year I only scored 8, get to juniors, get drafted, get a scholar, whatever it is. If that is your goal, you know that you need to be doing everything you possibly can to get there. So if you're not doing these things deep down, whether you're admitting it to yourself or not, you know that you're not doing what you just said, keeping your promises that I'm going to get that scholarship. I'm going to make the team. I'm going to score 20 this year. Deep down, your confidence is shakeable because you know you're not doing the things that you need to be doing that are necessary to achieve a higher level goal. So like, even though these things that I'm going to talk about are simple in practice, it's the consistently doing them every day at the highest intention level that allows you to earn unshakable confidence. No matter if you have a blip on the radar, if you have a bad game, if you make a mistake, because you are doing everything you can and keeping your promise to yourself to do everything you can to achieve whatever that higher level goal is.
Love it, man. Well, let's get started. Get let her rip, baby.
Yeah, baby. So again, these things are not very sexy. It's like Toph and I, anybody who's successful is very, very comfortable with the monotony of what needs to be done. Meaning to you younger players who are listening, monotony means doing things that aren't sexy, aren't super fun. They might be boring, but you do them very, very well over and over and over again. An example of this is Nikita Kucherov taking rim passes in the summer for an hour straight, multiple times a week. He is the best player on the power play in the world. He is unbelievable on the half wall because if they rim the puck to him, whether it's a slap shot, he's got guys on him, he's got time, it doesn't matter. He's taking thousands of rims in the summer, which is why he's able to make the plays he's able to make that seem impossible. He's seen them a million times. He knows what needs to be done so that he can execute when it's time to execute.
Hey, do you remember, this was probably 2 or 3 years ago now, when we might have done a short shifts episode on it, or maybe just talked about it in an episode, but we talked about how do you make development sexy? We were kind of like, how do you frame what we're talking about right now in a way that can get kids a little bit more excited about blah, 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 the monotony and everything. And then we came up with, no, there is nothing sexy about it. There really isn't. And that's the beauty of it, is that being great at anything takes doing the ordinary things, doing them extraordinarily. I think I said that right. But like, again, the billionaire entrepreneur, who worked hours into the night on little things that nobody ever knew about, paperwork and, all the calls and all that stuff. The swimmer, who wins gold medals at the Olympics, and the 6 a.m. in the pool doing the same things every single day, eating the same meal every single day, working out at the same time every single, like, it's these little things stacked up against each other. And actually, I'm going to do something really quick before you get started, because this is something that I think will be relevant to what you're talking about really quick. And so my dad had, when I was growing up playing, my dad always took this poem and posted it, or sorry, not posted it, framed it for every kid on the team and gave it to everybody. And it was really funny when we did our little 20-year reunion of winning a national championship. Like, a lot of the guys still have this frame. They have it on their desk at work, or things like, and I have it on my, right behind me, but it's a poem or something. I don't even know what you would call it, but it's called "Nobody's Looking" by Ralph Marston. So my dad maybe have given you one too, but it's, I'll just read it here because I think it's going to go along with what you say. But what do you do when nobody is looking? Do you work just as hard? Do you remain just as reliable? Are you just as responsible? Are you just as considerate of others? True success depends on what you do when nobody is looking, because the things you do when nobody is looking are driven by what you expect of yourself. And whatever you expect of yourself is what you will become. If you cheat when nobody's looking, you're cheating your own destiny. When you focus only on what you can get by with, all you'll do is get by. The seeds for achievement are sown when nobody is looking. The Olympic athlete whose gold medal performance is watched by millions spent years in training while nobody watched. The millionaire entrepreneur with a successful business spent years working late into the night while nobody watched. Nobody's watching. Now is the time to be your best and rise above the crowd.
So true.
Right?
So true.
All right,
So
now
true.
let's get to your stuff. I'm excited to hear your stuff.
All right.
Number one.
I'm number one. So again, guys, and going along with that, it's the stuff when nobody's looking. It's the stuff that when you do these 5 things consistently well, which again, they're not sexy, but they're monotonous things that you can do every single day. And if you do them with intention, and if you do them better than everyone else, not only do you know that you're doing things better than everyone else, which equals instant confidence boost? Not only do you get better from each one of these, because they will all help you become a better hockey player, recover faster, get stronger faster, all these different things, you're actually getting better from them as well. So number one, without further ado, not sexy, sleep. Sleep. If you outsleep your competition, you are going to recover faster. If you recover better and faster, you are smarter. All right. Your brain works faster. Your eyes work better. You have more energy. It's much easier to look at life from an optimistic standpoint if you are a happier person. Okay. Sleep is a massive part of this. Okay. Also, I've been training players for over 18 years, from 12 to 22. The 2 hardest things for almost every hockey player I've ever trained to do really well are sleeping and eating. Okay. If we know that, and we know that most guys that you play against don't care about their sleep, don't get enough sleep, instant confidence boost if you're in bed at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock every single night, and you're getting your minimum 8 hours of sleep. Instant confidence boost from you knowing that your teammates aren't going to bed at the same time. Your competition not sleeping as well. I used to revel in the fact, knowing that after everyone left the gym, I was always the last one out doing extra. It was a massive confidence boost in my own head, knowing that no matter what, I was the last guy to the gym from 17 years old until I retired at 32. So on the ice, in the corner, I was going in with more confidence because I was always telling myself, I'm doing more than everybody else. So yes, I was getting better by getting stronger and doing extra, but I was also self-talk, reminding myself that I've been in here an extra half an hour. I want it more than everybody else, which then positively affects your actions on the ice. Okay. So number one is sleep. And it's not just quantity, it's also quality. So what does that mean? Quantity is obviously how long you sleep. Okay. Minimum of 8 hours. If you can get 9, even better. If you can get 10, you're amazing. Okay. Quality. What does that mean? Don't fall asleep on your phone right before bed. Don't have the TV on right before bed. 30 minutes or more, better if it's more, before you fall asleep, no screen time. Screens affect our circadian rhythm. Okay, circadian rhythm, not to get too much into the weeds of science for you young players, our brains and our bodies are designed to go to sleep when the sun goes down and to wake up when the sun comes up. Screens in our face, in our eyes, all night long affect our circadian rhythm. It affects your quantity and your quality of sleep. Okay, so get better sleep, recover better, be able to work harder, more consistently. You'll get stronger faster. Our bodies recover when we are sleeping. We're actually breaking our muscles down when we're working out and practicing. So if you want to get bigger, stronger, faster, you need to recover better. A main part of recovery is sleep. So number one, sleep quality and quantity. Number two, again, not sexy, nutrition. Okay. Again, quality and quantity, same thing. Most hockey players do not eat enough. Most kids that go to school, a public school, or an in-person school, I should say, do not eat enough. So many players that I have trained over the last 18 years skip breakfast and don't eat until lunch. Lunch is at 12 o'clock. If you eat dinner at 8 p.m. and then you don't eat until lunch the next day, whether it's at 11 or 12, what is that, 16 hours without eating? What are you trying to go on a fast here? No, your body is starving for nutrients to recover from hockey, workouts, school, stress, relationships, work, whatever you're doing all day long. Your guy's little metabolism is through the roof because hockey burns a buttload of calories. If you're also working out because you're, over 12, 13 years old, or your club provides workouts like all the ones GMT works with here in St. Louis and abroad, what's up? You're getting better faster, but you have to replace everything you've lost and then some to grow muscle. So gram per pound of body weight in protein. If you're younger, a little bit less. If you're older, about that. Making sure you're getting enough carbs, making sure you're getting vegetables in, fruits in, electrolytes in, hydration, water. Okay. All of these things go a very, very long way. Yeah, Toph's drinking his water right now from his 1990s Nalgene bottle. Haven't seen one of those in a minute, bro, but good for you. You're getting water in.
Don't discriminate.
Okay, so number one is sleep. Number two is nutrition. I told you these aren't sexy, but if you do these every single day, every day, in a week, you're better. In a month, you're way better. End of the season, you're stronger, you're faster, you're recovering more, your brain works faster. What if you're 12 and you start doing this and you do it till you're 18? I literally promise you it will be the biggest difference you've ever made. It changed my career, which has changed my life. Number three, lifting. Get your workouts in, especially in season. So many young players lay off the gas in season. Well, guess what? Almost all youth hockey does not play games during the week. And if you do play during the week, it's a lot of East Coast does with their prep school, but you still can work out around that. But everybody else, you're playing AA, you're playing AAA. Most of your games in season are going to be on the weekend. Okay. Learn from Team USA. Work out 4 to 6 days a week, every single week. There's a reason those kids go in like boys and come out like men, ready to play Division I NHL. Not an accident. Follow their lead. Okay. If you don't play till Saturday, you play Saturday, Sunday, you can work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. At TPH St. Louis, we work out 4 days a week, every single week. Somebody comes in tired, they played Sunday, 3 games, whatever. We'll take down the volume on Monday, but then we're back at it Tuesday. You still get that win in. And there's going to be days that you got to take off throughout the season. Obviously, we're not talking about those circumstances, but for the most part, you can work out a minimum 3 days a week lifting in season. If you know what you're doing and you have somebody like me running the program, you can do it 4. You just have to know what you're doing as far as overall weekly volume standpoint. But think about this. Let's say you just do 3 workouts a week in season. You do those all season versus a team that stops lifting when the season starts. Okay. Let's just say September 1st, your season starts. It ends, end of February. So that's what? September, October, November, December, January, February. 6 months. 6 months. Okay. 3 lifts a week times 4 weeks in a month. That's 12 lifts a month times 6 months in the season. What are those numbers? Hey Siri, what's 12 times 6?
It's 72.
It's 72. You got 72 more lifts in than every player that you're playing against that stops lifting. If the season is 7 months, that's 84 more workouts. Now, if you start that at 13, going against the players who you play against till you're 18 and you go to juniors, 80 times 5 years, 400 lifts, 400 more
Without
lifts.
Siri.
Without Siri. That's right, baby. 2.5 years at Western Michigan University. See my jersey in the background. Okay. Like consistency wins, guys. Okay. So many players are like, I don't want to lift. In-season lifting is not like off-season lifting. In-season lifting should be strength, mobility, prehab, little bit of power development, CNS prep for the weekend. So my guys sometimes don't even sweat in the workouts because we take longer rest because we're focusing on strength. The variability and all of the sexy movement stuff, they're getting on the ice. So in the summer, you're sprinting, you're doing agility, you're running, you're jumping, you're throwing, you're doing all these things because you don't have that variability of hockey happening. But in season, the main thing is the main thing. That's hockey. You build the workouts based off of what you're not getting on the ice, which is strength, little bit of power because you want to keep that up throughout the season, mobility, prehab. So you're not going to get tired if your coach knows what they're doing. You're not going to get overly sore. Your body will get used to it. You do very similar lifts throughout the season because you take that variability out so that you don't get sore and can keep your strength up. And if you're younger, you should get stronger in season if you're taking part in a quality program.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Any questions on the first three, Toph? Sleep, nutrition, lifting.
No, I don't think so. I think, it makes sense. And it's funny, like all of these things are like, duh.
How many young players?
Well, 100%. And
I look back to your nutrition in juniors when I lived with you, chicken wings before the games, barely eating, running out of the house with a bagel for breakfast and that's it. No protein, no fruit, no veggies. It wasn't as talked about back then. It wasn't. I didn't get into nutrition until I lived with Brandon Naurato, head coach at University of Michigan, and his mom owned a few gyms and stepdad, and they taught me so much. My career I was already ahead of the game with training from the year before or 2 years before when I got injured, 17 and 18 years old. I really got into training, completely changed my confidence level on the ice, completely changed my ability to win battles. But then I added nutrition to it and like energy. Not like I could go forever. I could go forever on the ice because I was out eating all of my teammates and my competition. Mm-hmm. And a massive part of that. Thank you, Brandon Naurato, for that, man. Like literally changed my freaking career in my life.
Yeah. No questions. You keep going.
All right. And again, guys, I know these aren't sexy, but they're hard to do, which is why and how you can separate yourself very quickly if you focus on these every day.
Well, Vex, okay, sorry. I do have one thing. What do we talk about all the time? Simple, but not easy.
Exactly.
Like becoming great at anything you do is actually quite simple. It's just not easy at all. And again, it goes back to doing the mundane things better than everybody else. Out mundane your competition, and you're going to put yourself in a position to succeed. So yeah, It's simple. Like we're talking about sleep, food, workout. Duh.
Not that hard.
However, simple things done well consistently over time will compound and compound and compound. And yeah, here's the thing though. And I think this is really important to talk about. You're probably not going to see the results right away.
You're not. It's going to be
So I do think that is a really important thing to add to what, and maybe you were already going to get there. I don't know. But like a lot of times what I will see, and I'm guilty of this myself, we probably all are, is we get motivated to do these things after, and we're like, we're going to buy in and we're going to do it. And, for, day 1, we do all 5. Day 2, we do all 5. Day 3, we do 4 of the 5. Day 4, we do 3 of the 5. And then a month later, you're done. You're not doing any of it. And that's where the simple but not easy comes in, is because consistency is one of the hardest things in the entire world to be, but that's why it's really, really hard to be great. You cannot be great without being consistent. Consistency is a huge part of the DNA of any journey to greatness. So it's simple, not easy, man. I love it. Keep going.
Let me go back real quick, because I want to give even a little bit more context for the nutrition.
Back. Dun, 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 dun. Remember that song?
No.
My heart's beating fast.
Oh yeah, banger. Jimmy Eat World.
Is that Jimmy Eat World?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Pretty positive. Right. Yeah. So back to the nutrition. So what I say for all players who are like teenagers, all right, number 1, obviously do not skip breakfast. Get your butt up early, 10 or 15 minutes earlier, whether you have to make your own breakfast or mom or dad makes your breakfast if you're lucky enough. Eat real food at home. Why? If you have a shake early, like I don't let guys take more than 2 shakes a day. Real food will always be better. But at school, a lot of kids tell me that they can't eat in class. Okay. So that's why I kind of came up with this formula. All right. Number 1, if you're going to divide your body weight over 5 feedings in the day, okay, that's the easiest way, 5 or 6 feedings, to get in all of the protein that you need to get in and all the calories that you need to get in if you're working out and playing hockey, because that burns a lot of calories on top of school. So number 1, wake up, eat a real food meal at home. Okay. If you're older, 2 eggs is not enough. You got to have probably 4 or 5. Okay. So eggs, sourdough, whatever. As long as you get the eggs in and then you have other stuff, oatmeal, I don't care. Get in the protein, whatever else you get in, I'm really happy, because I know you're getting in other stuff like toast or pancakes or waffles or oatmeal or whatever. Okay. Around 9 o'clock, most likely for most kids who are in school, you have a protein shake and a banana, or a protein shake and some vegetables, bag of carrots, anything. I don't care. Okay. So because you're probably eating around 6:30 to 7:30 for breakfast, 2 hours later, you have your shake and your banana shake and an orange, whatever it is. If you're somebody who they don't let you eat in school, have it between classes. Don't bring your shaker full of water and protein. Bring your shaker with protein in it dry. In between classes, fill it up in the fountain, drink it. If you have to go to the bathroom to drink it because they don't let you eat in the hallways, how good do you want to be? I used to walk around with deli meat in my pocket at bars after I signed in the NHL so I wouldn't go catabolic. Okay. I played 10 years pro. I didn't have a lot of skill. How good do you want to be? Okay. So make sure you get in that shake. A bar, I'd rather you have a shake than a bar. It's got less ingredients, usually healthier. All of my guys use First Form. You go to my Instagram and get the links there. Then you have the school lunch. Obviously, school lunch, you're kind of at the mercy of them unless you care the most and you pack your own lunch, or your mom and dad pack your own lunch. If you care and you can afford it and all those things, awesome. If not, make the best decisions possible at lunch. Make sure you hit your protein goals at lunch as well. Doesn't matter what that means. Find a way. After school or around 3 o'clock, it kind of depends on when your practice is. That's when you have another snack, but make sure that, again, you have enough protein in that snack. Crackers is not a good snack. Only oatmeal, not a good snack. You got to have enough protein. Body weight divided by 5. That's how much protein you're going to get in each day if you're having 5 feedings. This is the number 4 feeding of the day. After practice, you have dinner. Make sure you get in all your protein and calories that you need. Right there. You broke it down into 5 feedings, equal protein at each one. If you're going to do 6, something you could do is snack at the end of school. Protein shake after you get off the ice immediately, or after the workout if it's after practice. Then you go home and eat dinner. And then if you do that, you would divide your daily protein goals by 6 because you're having 6 feedings.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm thinking about Van Wilder.
Yeah.
When she makes him the protein shake.
Yeah.
And they're like, and protein shake in the morning. She's like, yes. And he's like, yes. And also correct. You remember that
movie? Yes. What a movie too. Wow. Well done.
Protein shake in the morning. Ha ha. Very funny. And also correct.
So what I'm saying, young players, is it's it's very hard to get in all the food if you're in school if you don't stick to the plan that I just said. All it takes is making your protein shakes and shakers and put them in your backpack with a couple pieces of fruit the night before. Again, how much do you care? How good do you want to be? Do you do this once a week or do this every freaking day? Because you know that it's going to make you grow muscles faster. It's going to help you recover and replace all of the energy you burn. And it's going to make you a better hockey player and ultimately reach your goals. Like Toph said, doing it one day is easy. People who do great things don't take the easy route. So if you want to be good, although these things are simple, they are not easy to do every single day.
And it
takes
also
preparation.
Yeah, and it also goes to the confidence side. Like, let's say you do these things, all the things that Vex is like, you could do this, but it would be even better to do this, and it would be even better to do this. If you're the one who's like, it's even better to do this, you have an understanding that you're probably the only person in your peer group that you're interacting with that is doing that, and knowing that you're outworking your competition gives you confidence.
It's one of the reasons that I became captain as a sophomore, the only one in the NCAA that year. It's one of the reasons I signed in the NHL when 2 years prior I told people that and they laughed in my face. It's one of the reasons, despite having all the concussions I had, that I had a 10-year pro career and teams kept wanting to freaking pay me because they knew that I would help influence the team to do the right things every day, in practice, in games, all of those things. Okay? Like, when you do things that you know nobody else is willing to do, you instantly earn confidence. Again, like, these things are simple, but they're massive. So again, we got sleep, we got nutrition, we got lifting. Number 4 is video. Do your video. Now, here's the difference between how most people do video and how I teach my guys to do video. Most people go to a team session, they watch video. Even if they learn something, do they apply it right away? Do they apply it over and over? Not all the time. Did they actually learn, adapt, apply? Not all the time. I want you to, everyone now, especially if you're using our hockey think tank partner, Helios, or some company like that, where all of your shifts are clipped, go back and watch your shifts. But here's the thing. If you make a mistake, the mistake almost always happens because of something you did or did not do 5, 10, 15 seconds before the mistake. It's not right then that you made the mistake. You could have done something better. So when you watch your video, actually look at the video, dissect it, pause. Okay, what could I have done before I made this mistake? What could I have done? Why did I score this goal? What did I do before this that allowed me to score this? Like, really dissect your video and then take notes. And then this is the part that almost nobody does, but it will make a massive difference in your career. Take your notes to practice, read them before you go on the ice. We talked about this on the podcast before. If they are top of mind in practice, when coach is drawing up a drill, you can think, oh yeah, we're walking the blue line and shooting. One of the things I noticed all weekend, I got a lot of shots blocked. So I got to really do X, Y, and Z that I didn't do on my video. And I'm going to work on that in this drill right now. Well, now you took a weakness and a mistakes that you were making in the video, and you're going to instantly be working on them in practice, which does what? Number 1, makes you better. And number 2, makes you more confident because you are working on a weakness and you're seeing yourself get better. You're not just hoping it gets better. And I know that sounds simple, guys, but so many players don't do that last step. They don't. Okay. The other part of video, hire a video coach. Hire a legit video coach who can help you with higher level hockey concepts. This is part of my Give More advising. One of my retired pros has one of the highest hockey IQs I know. He studied under John Lounsbury of 11 Hockey, who works with the best players in the NHL doing their video for them. They get four games per month clip and then tells them how to work on that in their practice or in their basement. The last part of it, minimum half the game you watch as a student. The other half, if you want, you can do it. I call it dessert. Watch your position. ISO cam, if you're a left winger, ISO cam every left winger. Follow them the entire shift. And it'll be hard at first. Your mind will wander. Follow them. Take notes. And watch them as far as like the little details. Where's their head going through the neutral zone? Where are their toe caps pointed in the D zone? In the offensive zone, where are they lurking if they're, the guy who's third man high? When they forecheck, where's their stick pressure? How hard are they hitting? Where are they hitting players? In the body, in the hands. When they back check, what are they doing with their eyes, with their hands, with their mouth? How are they communicating with their other teammates? When they come back for a breakout, what is the route they take? Are they standing on the boards the entire time? So if they do catch that puck, the only out they have is to the middle of the ice? Or are they coming up 5 feet off the board? So if somebody forechecks them, they can go left or right to dodge that forechecker. When you watch games, watch it as a student to learn your position and how you can do your position better. It will make a massive difference for you. I unfortunately did not start doing this until way later in my pro career, but it instantly made me a smarter hockey player when I started doing it and then working on that stuff in practice. I wish it was something I would have done sooner in my career. So again, so far, we've got 4 out of the 5. We got sleep, nutrition, lift, video. Number 5 is practice details and habits. This is one of the most important, obviously, because it has to do with hockey. So many young players practice to get practice over with. If you want to be the best you can possibly be, if you want to earn your confidence every single day so that no matter what, you go into games with swagger and confidence, you got to practice how you want to play in games. I don't care who we're talking about in the NHL that I played with, Brad Marchand, Tuukka Rat, whoever, okay? They never wanted to lose in practice ever, okay? It was not an accident the way they play in games, all right? When I'm talking about details, the smallest details, are you shoulder checking all over the ice in every drill, including warm-up drills, including shooting drills? When you shoot, are you shooting to score? Unless it's the very first drill of the day and coach is making you shoot from a super wide angle and it's only to warm up the goalies. Other than that, every time you shoot, you are shooting to score. Every time you shoot, a lot of younger players come down, they keep the puck in the same spot. They don't change position of the puck. That's easy for a goalie. Work on pull shot, push shot, fake shot, push to the middle shot, shooting while your feet are moving, shooting while your feet are set, shooting from different hand positions, close to your body, far away from your body. Work on things that you need to be good at in the game when there's somebody in front of you. You don't get a breakaway every shift. All right. Then after you shoot it, do you go to the net every single time and stop at the crease? Do you go find the rebound every single time as long as it doesn't ruin the drill? If you are doing that, that becomes a habit. Again, I don't talk about myself because I was sweet. I talk about myself because I wasn't sweet, and I had a pretty good career for somebody who wasn't sweet. And these things are the reason that I got paid to play hockey for 10 years. If it didn't ruin the drill, I was getting the puck no matter where it went. It's a habit. I was going to the net every single time. I scored a buttload of goals my last 6 years pro within 2 feet of the net because in practice, I started making it a habit no matter what, following every shot, always going to the net, stopping, stay there, battle, find the puck. Okay. That doesn't take talent. That just requires intentionality. Okay. On the back check in a drill, are you back checking like your life depends on it? Or are you trying to fake it? Let's be honest. A lot of young players fake it. They move their arms fast. They don't move their legs. I've seen it all the time. They're lying to themselves. Every time you fake work hard, you're chipping away at your own confidence. You know, deep down, you're not doing exactly what you could be doing to be your best. And that is the reason that your confidence is shaky more than anything else that I've talked about is you know deep down you are not doing what your potential is. If you always go as hard as you can with intention, as smart as you can, that's how you build resiliency when things are tough. So in the third period, when you're down a goal and you got to back check your ass off to make sure that they don't score and you keep that game close so you can score on the last shift of the game. If you do it in practice, you're going to do it in a game. If you don't do it in practice, you are not going to do it in a game. You're not. I'm telling you. Played hockey a long time. So your details in practice matter. Your details, when focused on over and over, become habits. When you have good habits, you play well consistently. Details lead to habits, lead to consistently playing your best. So in practice to win, practice to get better. I don't care if it's a day before practice, you still go 100. You don't say, I got to save it for tomorrow. You're young. It's about development. Also, when you go hard in practice every single day, you get in way better shape than everyone else. Again, I didn't ride the bike after my career ever. I was in better shape than everyone because I treated every single practice from 17 years old on like it was a game day. And yeah, when I was younger, it was hard to get my body into that type of shape that required. But as I got older, I never did extra cardio. ever. Zero ever. One testing everywhere. Not an accident. Practice like you want to play.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Last one. So that was 5. This last one, I just started throwing it in there because you have to do this at the end of the day. So again, we got sleep, quality, quantity, nutrition, quality, quantity, in-season lifts, minimum 3 a week, video, detail, watch hockey as a student, not just a fan, do your own video, take notes, work on those in practice. In practice, great details all the time. Go as hard as you possibly can. Details lead to habits, lead to consistent playing well. Then number 6, at the end of the day, you reflect. You look back at the day and you go over that checklist. What was my sleep like last night? How did that affect me positively or negatively today? What can I do tomorrow to make sure that my sleep is what it needs to be? Did I hit all 5 or 6 meals today? Did I get my snacks in? I didn't. Why not? Okay, now I'm going to take action so that tomorrow I make sure that I'm prepared to make my meals happen, to hit my protein goals, to hit my carbohydrate goals, to eat my freaking vegetables. If you don't reflect, you don't know what you missed. You can't take action to make it better tomorrow. There's going to be times you miss, but the goal is not to miss. The goal is consistency, and that comes from planning. Did I get my lift in? And did I lift with intention to get stronger, to get better? Or did I lift to check the box? Consistency wins when we're talking about lifting weights with intention. Did I do my video this week? I'm not saying you got to do video every day, but I say to my guys, minimum twice a week. Try and get 2 video sessions in a week. And then be honest about your practice reflection. Okay. You're not going to always have the best practice, but if you gave the best intention and the best effort that you have that day, that's a win. Pat yourself on the back. And then you reflect at the end of the night, and then you course correct. What can I do better? What can I do more dialed? How can I get my body more ready for practice? Did I warm up? Did I visualize? Did I do whatever it means? Now, here's one of the most important things I'll say to you guys. If you do this during your hockey career consistently well, you're teaching yourself how to get better at hockey, but you're also teaching yourself how to be disciplined and responsible, and it will make you successful in life after hockey. I have now trained thousands of players in person. So many of the guys that trained with me when they were younger at the beginning are now in the real world. I am like 99% right from what I thought about the young players back then who was going to be successful in life after hockey. And it was because of how they lived and how they told me they wanted to get a scholarship. They told me they wanted to go to the NHL. They told me they wanted this, and I gave them the blueprint, and I said, these are the things you need to be doing daily, and it's all about consistency. And the guys who lived it, no matter how far they went in hockey, because obviously there's a skill component, natural ability that comes into it. But if they ran at it 100% and they lived with intention and they did everything they could to get better, they do that same thing in the real world now. And that's why they're successful in life after hockey. And it's not that hard for them because they learned how to be better and more successful in hockey. And I know it to be true because I did it, right? I've done it in hockey. I've done it in my training business. I've done it in my other businesses. They're all successful. And I'm not saying I'm the most successful guy ever, but I'm not the smartest guy ever. And I do pretty damn well. I had a pretty damn good hockey career, especially compared to where I started and my natural skill level. And that's why I'm so passionate about telling young people that if you want to get better, do these things because they will prepare you to be better at hockey. They will also prepare you to be better at life. Now, the last part that I'll say about all of this is a lot of young players have anxiety about being good and things like that. A lot of human beings now have a lot of anxiety. I think a big part of that is being on your phone too much, being on the internet too much. But another big part of it is not living where your feet are. Okay. A lot of young people, I say right where your feet are, we put yourself in like a cone. Okay. I can only affect the cone where my feet are. If you look to the left, that's the past. But can you change anything that happened a second ago, a minute ago, a week ago, a year ago? You cannot change it. I don't care how far in the past or how recent it was. The only thing you can do with the past is learn, adapt, apply. You made a mistake, own it, wear it, learn from it, adapt, meaning course correct, like we just talked about, and then apply that today where your feet are. The other thing that gives players a lot of anxiety, and people and humans, is worrying about the future. That's to the right of you. Okay. When you worry about the future, am I going to be able to get a scholarship? Am I going to go pro? Am I going to make enough money? Am I? Oh my God, I'm so nervous. When you worry and think about what could be, what could happen, it's like taking handcuffs, handcuffing yourself to a rocking chair, and then moving forward and backward. You're giving yourself something to do. You're moving, but you're going nowhere. You're not getting better. You're accomplishing nothing. If you live where your feet are, whatever's in front of you right now, you give all of your intention to. So if it's time to go to sleep, you go to friggin' sleep. If it's time to eat, you eat with intention. You eat what you're supposed to. If you need to lift, you do it the right way to get better. Video, don't just watch as a fan. Watch to get better. Practice details and habits, win practice. Reflect at the end of the day. If you do that every day, you are affecting the only thing that you can positively change right now, and that's winning today. And if you win today and you go to sleep and recover, wake up tomorrow, win today, go to sleep and recover, win today, over and over and over, that future that you're worried about, you don't need to worry about it. You're getting closer and closer to your goals every single day. That's how you get better. That's how you earn confidence. It's all about winning today.
Boom. All right. 6 different kinds of smoke.
Boom. That's how you do
it. I think of, first of all, that was awesome. That was really, really good. And it's funny as I hear you talk. So you just talked for about 40 or so minutes about this. And I'm gonna come at this from a couple different angles. And I want to see what your thoughts are on this. Guys, if this seems like a lot, it is, but it's also not.
But it's also not.
And the reason why I say that is this sounds like a lot. And at the beginning, it is a lot to plan and prepare and change your habits and potentially change some of your lifestyle, add a few things, subtract a few things. Like that's a lot at the beginning. But once you make it a part of your routine and once you make it a part of who you are, it's so much easier. Like that's just what you naturally do. And that's where like the consistency thing wins out in the end, because it is a lot at the beginning to change some things and to add some things. But once it is like who you are and what you do, then it's just natural. It's just natural. And so it's funny, like you just talked for about 40 minutes and I can see people being overwhelmed potentially about, oh man, I got to sleep and then the food. And then I got to put the meat in my pocket while I'm at the bar and do all these things. But like even make the shake and bring it to school, like it sounds like a lot. And you're right. It is a lot until it's not. Until it just becomes routine, and then you're set, because how you do anything is how you do everything. So I just encourage people, when you're listening to this, think about like what it's going to be 3 weeks down the road, because there's been some studies, right? Like it takes 21 days or something like that to build a habit, and it's probably a little bit more, but that's just a study that I read. But once you hit that 21 days, you're golden, man. Like then it's just. That
it's
it just
part
is.
of your life. But let me come back to you real quick though. Okay. So you're right now telling people that they're like, cause they're thinking about, oh, it's a lot. That's the future. It's not a lot. It's sleep, nutrition, lift, video, practice hard. It's 5 things a day. That's why, like, you only got to focus on 5. And if you do these 5, I literally guarantee, and it's today. You're not worrying about tomorrow. Oh, I got to do this 5 days in a row. There is no tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. If you live that way and all you do Is sleep. Okay, lay down, turn the TV off. Not that hard. All right. Wake up, eat breakfast, have 2 shakes in my bag, eat lunch, eat dinner. Really not that hard to pour things, shake. There's people in Afghanistan getting shot at every day. I'm asking you to pour your supplements in the backpack before you leave school. Not that hard. Lift. Not that 40 minutes. It's all you need. It's all you need. 40 minutes in season. Watch your video 2 out of the 7 days a week. Not that hard. When you practice to win. You love hockey. Go there, have fun, play to win. You don't worry about tomorrow. You don't worry about 3 weeks from now. You just do it today. Then you go to sleep, wake up, you do it the next day. One day at a time. People get overwhelmed when they think about how they have to do things over and over and over. Don't think about over and over and over. Just think about doing it today. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And when you talk about doing it every day, whenever I get the chance to get in front of kids, I tell them the best compliment you can ever get from a coach is the coach calling you an everydayer. Right?
Yeah.
You're an everyday. I know what to expect from this person every day. They come to the rink. Their attitude, the type of teammate they are, the work ethic, all of that, being an everydayer. And part of earning that moniker of being an everydayer is giving 100 even when you don't have 100. And it's doing things to the best of your ability, even on the days where you don't want to, even on the days that you don't feel like it. And honestly, a lot of the time, 90% of the hardness of it is just showing up. You just got to show up. And then that other 10%, you're going to have to push yourself through when you're not feeling well. But you show up, you be present, you give everything of what you have, and you're going to move the needle forward. It might just be a little bit, but that's okay. There's going to be other days where you're going to make up for that because you're feeling really well and the atmosphere and the environment's going to be right and everything. So yeah, I think this stuff is really, really good. And again, it's all simple, but not easy. Simple, but not easy. And that line from that movie, A League of Their Own, you know, when Tom Hanks is talking to Gina Davis and she said, "Oh, it just got too hard." And he's like, "Well, it's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, everybody can do it. The hard is what makes it great." And that's what Vex is talking about right now. And it is hard, but it's not. It's simple, but it's not easy. Like it's a choice. And I think we've talked about this. Like everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. And the more that you choose to see things as in your control, and again, there's obviously things in our life that happen to us that is outside of our control, but what's more important, the things that happen to us, are the way that we choose to respond to the things that happen to us. You can make the choice to put in a little bit of extra planning, a little bit of extra intention into the things. Like Vex, you even said, these are things that you do every day anyway. You sleep every day, you eat every day, you get some form of exercise every day. You know, like I think this has been really good, and hopefully people can kind of take this and run with it.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, guys, and this isn't me guessing. Like, I've helped thousands of players move on to the next levels. Like it's this is taking from my own career, guys I played with, and the thousands of players in St. Louis that I have helped in the last 18 years. Like I have proof of this. You can ask anybody who's ever trained with me for a sustained period of time. When you do these things well, you earn your confidence. When you play confident, you play better. So one day at a time, do everything you can, just win today.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll stress the one day at a time too. And also, there will be days when you don't do all 5. There 100% will be days when you don't do all 5. Vex, there are plenty of days, I'm sure, where you don't do all 5. There are days that Sidney Crosby doesn't do all 5. That's okay. Like, give yourself some grace and just hop back on the horse.
Get right back to it.
It's that for me is like the biggest separator, because like so many people will commit to doing these things and then they'll kind of fall off the wagon a little bit and then be like, it's not worth it. You know, I tried, I gave my best, you know, but at the end of the day, everybody falls off the horse. Everybody isn't perfect. Everybody doesn't show up on certain days, you know, and it's just about getting back on the horse, understanding that it's okay to not be perfect because nobody is, and keeping going one day at a time.
Right. Reflect, adapt, apply, then win tomorrow. And just keep repeating that process. Live by your standards.
There we go, guys. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed Vex's 5 different kinds of smoke. You got a name for this, or is it like...
I just call it like the 5 keys to earning your confidence daily.
Boom. All right. 5 keys to earning your confidence daily. Go adapt, apply, learn, reflect, work, kick.
Just get better.
All that stuff. All right. Hey, have a great week, guys. And we'll see you next week.
The jaw-dropping moments that make hockey hockey. Experience them all with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me State. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Copyright NHL 2025. All rights reserved.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.